still have a lot to do. I still have to put away the chairs. But anyway, I've got all the chores. Or anyway, it's up to me to do them all. I still have to put my clothes today. All in all, reality is cats, like an alley cat at your park. But now I gotta do your part. I got a day job and a night job and an interview at 5. You've gotten rid of both boyfriends and you've given me the green light. I got a day job and a night job and an afternoon away. You just waved a hand and we're engaged, you say. I've been up since 4 AM and finishing this at midnight. After this thing I should sell it and call it quits when the getting's good. I took a night at your new club today to take a break away from the rats. But now I got your locker stool and your car keys in my cart. I pick up the pieces left on the floor while you walk away like you don't care no more. I'm tired of cleaning every mess you make, slowly losing patience with every break. Every promise broken never leads to change. I'm the one who's always left rearranged. Your lack of effort shows clear as the day. I'll be sweeping you out when I find my way. Hey, hey, I'm the cleanup crew, fixing your mess just like it's new. Hey, hey, won't be here long, cleaning house, I'm moving on. Watching you take credit for the work I do, every single task I pull double through. Your empty words no longer faze me. Soon enough your history, just wait and see. Where's the spark, the dedication gone? I'm carrying weight, dragging us along. No more excuses, your time is past. This sweeps your fate, I'll make it last. Hey, hey, I'm the cleanup crew, fixing your mess just like it's new. Hey, hey, won't be here long, cleaning house, I'm moving on.
You made so many bad moves, ignored the words of the wise. We used to feel your struggle, but now it's no surprise. You always played the victim, wanted us to care for you, but we've grown tired of your play. Now it's time for something new. We're turning the page, leaving the past behind. We're setting the stage for a fresh state of mind. You thought we'd stand by forever through every mess you made, but tough love's here to sever the ties that we once laid. Now you're looking for pity, expecting sympathy from us, but we've moved on so swiftly, no longer in your trust. We're turning the page, leaving the past behind. We're setting the stage for a fresh state of mind. We're turning the page, leaving the past behind. You thought we'd stand by forever through every mess you made, but tough love's here to sever the ties that we once laid. Now you're looking for pity, expecting sympathy from us, but we've moved on so swiftly, no longer in your trust. We're turning the page, leaving the past behind. We're setting the stage for a fresh state of mind. We're turning the page. They said I wouldn't make it, they laughed at my dream. Every move I made felt like swimming upstream. But yesterday I met a fan, eyes full of belief. In their gaze I saw the end to my grief.
Doubt didn't win, trust began. Looked in the mirror, saw my biggest fan. Heart beats like a drum, fight through the span. Kept on pushing, now I'm the man.
Folks called it trash, said I'd never thrive. Every word I spat, cut deep like a knife. Thought my wings were clipped, stuck in a dive. But mirrors don't lie, I saw myself alive. I put in all the hours, climbed out from the dirt. They dissed and dismissed, said I'd always get hurt. Met a fan so loyal, reflections don't lie. My biggest supporter is just me in my mind.
Through the noise and shadows I held my ground. Bumps, bruises, broken, no comfort found. But that fan smile turned my world around. Now I'm rising sky high above the sound.
Doubt didn't win and trust I began. When I looked in the mirror, saw my biggest fan. Heart beats like a drum, fight through the span. Kept on pushing, now I'm the man.
From the ashes I flew, they can't dim my flame. Every mocking voice only fed my aim. Yesterday showed me it's not just a game, 'cause in my reflection I found my name.
Folks called it trash, said I'd never thrive. Every word I spat, cut deep like a knife. Thought my wings were clipped, stuck in a dive. But mirrors don't lie, I'm the man.
From the ashes I flew, they can't dim my flame. Every mocking voice only fed my aim. Yesterday showed me it's not just a game, 'cause in my reflection I found my name.
Folks called it trash, said I'd never thrive. Every word I spat, cut deep like a knife. Thought my wings were clipped, stuck in a dive. But mirrors don't lie, I'm the man.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully you are doing well. It's been a long week and the week is coming to an end, but guess what? Guess what? The work that we do here never stops. We work all the time. We're always getting better. What's up, everybody tuning in, everyone in the chat, everyone watching from the clouds? Thank you so much for tuning in.
I appreciate you.
How is everyone doing tonight? So, tonight's plan is to at least start on the reconnaissance phase of ethical hacking and penetration testing. It is stage 1 of ethical hacking. It's pretty much information gathering. You guys know what reconnaissance means. Like, you're watching, you're observing. It's like you're kind of like on a stakeout. You're trying to gather evidence, things of that nature, So we're going to get started with that tonight. there are a lot of different ways to do this, and we're going to go through some of those ways. We're going to download and install some maybe additional applications that do not come with Kali Linux, but there's a lot that do come with Kali Linux, so we have our work cut out for us. And we're just going to take it slowly. We're going to go through, and we might take. It's probably going to be more than tonight alone, probably tonight and next Thursday night to work on the information gathering phase, all that good stuff, right? But before we do that, we are going to get into our agenda. We're going to talk about some really, really good stuff tonight. So let's get started with the show, because guess what? We can't be here all night. We had such great timing on Tuesday night. Looking forward to keeping up that pace, that momentum, all right? So to get started, first and very, very foremost, I have to say a big, big, big thank you to all of the newest subscribers, the subscribers who have been with me for a very, very long time, those who are very active in the chat, those who watch from the cloud. I appreciate every last one of you.
I appreciate you.
And I got to give a big, big shout out and salute to all of the Patreon members, my tech barbarians, my tech prodigy, my technical explorers. You guys are amazing for for how hard you work day in and day out. You guys are the best. We are the best.
We the best.
And shout out to the tech mercenaries, those YouTube members who support the channel to keep it going. Shout out to you as well.
Let's get it.
And I can never, ever, ever shout out to the bag chasers out there.
Money.
All right, so we are going to get started with next live show. We're going to be having Saturday morning, Men Lie, Women Lie, Numbers Manipulate show. We're going to be reviewing the weekly economic numbers, how it relates back to tech. Last week, we looked at how it can affect some cybersecurity roles and things like that. So we're gonna be looking at that. What numbers do we have for this week? I made some minor enhancements to our Urban Dictionary of Economic Data to kind of keep all the information in one place. We will see that on Saturday morning, and we will go from there. So that's going to be really, really fun. All right, and then we have on Sunday, we're going to be having our software explorations for our DevOps course that we're going through. We're going to continue with Kubernetes. We're going to be trying to, number one, fix the React issue of why it's not loading, and then we're going to try to deploy it onto Kubernetes. We have our Mongo working. We have our API talking to Mongo. We're able to add something to the API. Our only issue now is getting the front end, which turns out it was an issue with the Docker container. So we're going to figure that out. All right. And then for our premiering tomorrow, we have our episode of the Bug Bite, where I'm going to be sharing about some of the top paying bug bounties and why ethical hacking is cool, because getting to participate in these bug bounties, you get to have, not only do you get to learn, you also have the opportunity for additional streams of income. All right. So that is, and we have a bunch of videos coming out throughout the week as well, clips from the live streams, the Q&A clips. I haven't put a short out recently, but I'll probably put one out tomorrow because we've been having a lot of the longer clips coming out, but gonna work on that. All right. And of course, I always have to shout out my guy, Rod Brown with 1D, and his channel, The Nourishing Word. I'm telling you, that channel is really nourishing. I'm going to drop his link in the chat so that you can check it out. Subscribe if you haven't, but it is really, really good information. I know a lot of people who have been tuning in and they find it very, very valuable. All right, so I'm just dropping that for you. If you haven't checked it out yet, please check it out. All right, let me see. What else do we got? All right, so the courses that we're going through the large language model / AI course in the mornings, Mondays and Wednesdays, coffee and kata, right? So we're going through that. Yesterday, we mapped out my idea for building out a workflow for content creation. So all I have to do is put a video description and everything gets generated for me. very minimal manual work so that we can streamline the process, and with that, free up some time to do more. Okay, we are doing our ethical hacking on Thursday nights tonight, right now. We're doing DevOps on Sunday, like I mentioned, where we're working right now towards through Kubernetes, and I'm still trying to figure out when, if possible, we can get that work/study session in. Okay, so those are the announcements for today. Let me check the chat and then we will get started. I have like 3 things to talk about real quick before we actually get into this ethical hacking. But let me check the chat. So we have your car in the building, says Mr. Tech-Neek is in the building. Please say the dash. What's up, your car? How are you doing? And we have Magnetar in the building as well. Magnetar says that the 100 Days of Python Pro is offered by my job, so I'll enroll after this one. Offered through his job, he meant, but yeah, not by job. Got that. Shout out to that. I sent Magnetar that course yesterday because he was asking about learning about Python. Maybe it was Tuesday, but I was like, oh yeah, check this one out. That's the one that I did. That's the one that I have other people doing. So hopefully that helps. But it's a very good course, very, very comprehensive. If you haven't checked it out, it's probably in the description of this video if you're looking to learning Python. So you can definitely check that out. Let me see. Your car says Trump just did the most gangster move. Okay. And let's see. And we got Alexander F in the building. What's up, Alexander F? How are you doing tonight? Shout out to you. Let me see. Oh my God. All right, stop the show. We got Alexis in the building. How are you doing, Alexis? If you guys remember, I think it was Tuesday night, maybe. Or maybe it was Monday morning. It was one of these. It was either the morning or the night, right? And I was like, it is cold, but it was kind of like not too cold down here in South Florida. And I was like, I wonder if it's snowing up there in Tallahassee. Lo and behold, it was snowing in Tallahassee. Alexa sent me some pictures of the snow. I was like, get the heck out of here. And it was a lot of snow. Not like a little sprinkle, right? But it was a lot of snow. I was like, what in the world is going on here? Bruh. It's crazy. It's crazy out here. It is crazy out here. All right. Okay. So the 3 things I wanted to touch on real quick. I released the video today for the Q&A about someone that was rejected for a FANG company. And someone who watched the video, they was like, they sent me Fatang, and I was just laughing because I remember when I was doing that video, and when I was like putting the description and everything, I was watching it back, and I was just dying laughing to myself talking about how come Tesla's in there, because it wouldn't sound good as Fatang if you were to throw Tesla in there. So look, I laugh at myself all the time. All right. Also, I was mentioning the other night about working with Rod Brown to help him set up his OBS, and it wasn't sitting right with me, an issue that we were having. So I went and I found a way to work around that issue. So Rod Brown let me know that he tried it and it works great. So I think that's really cool that we're able to figure out issues that people have. I found it on a forum somewhere, or maybe it was Reddit, and then I tried it out and I saw it was working. I'm like, all right. It is only a Windows problem. I'll say that because on my Mac, I do not have this issue. But, just being able to help other content creators who are, whatever they're doing in the tech space and stuff like that. There are some new content creators that I've been speaking to that are going to be releasing some tech stuff. So I'm looking forward to it and to working with them as well. So shout out to all of our tech content creators out there, especially the ones in cybersecurity. I think it's really cool to get a more accurate and valid cybersecurity information from people who have been in it for a while and people who are learning it, who are getting into it. I think that's very important to get both perspectives, getting insight, getting strategy, all that good stuff. I am cybersecurity adjacent, but I like to learn it, right? So that is it for now. Okay, so we are going to get started with our work. We're gonna get to work. We are going to get to work, right? So to get to work, what I'm going to do, I am going to put our timer up. Oh, before we do that, before we do that, let me say hi to my friend Nightjade in the building. Hey, Nightjade, how are you? Are you saying it is 7 degrees in Virginia? Man, I cannot do it. Sorry, not for me. I was not built for the cold. I am built for tropical weathers. All right. I am just saying. And even when it gets to like 60 down here, I'm like, Lord, have mercy on our souls. But the good thing is though, the good thing down here, when it gets to like 60, that's when all the ladies for about 3 hours get to wear their boots that they have sitting in their closet for 364 days of the year. So they do get that one opportunity to wear their boots out. So I am happy about that those boots do not go to waste. Oh, Nigel says no. That is a. See, I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. But shout out to you as well. Thank you for the salute.
Let's get it.
And Nigel says that it is 22 degrees out here. Well, that is better than 7. But you know what they do though? They'll say it's 22 degrees. However, it feels like -4. It happens. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to our first 20-minute segment of work.
It's time to do.
All right, so what's the first thing I want to do? I think the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to start up Kali Linux. And as I was ending the show last Thursday, I ended up remembering the password on VirtualBox. So shout out to me. You guys know how bad my memory is for the things that I say. If you say something, I'm going to remember it. But for the things that I say, I cannot remember it. Alexis can vouch for that, right? So I'm going to start up. Should I use VirtualBox? Should I use UTM or should I use VMware? I don't know. I'm gonna do VirtualBox. Since I forgot the password last week, I'm gonna prove that I remember the password, right? So let's switch over to, let me go to the screen right here. And I am going to start up, what is that thing over there? That thing drives me crazy. Anyways, we are going to start, that thing is so annoying. I don't know what it is. Every time I see it, it bothers me. But we are going to start up VirtualBox. Let me see. VirtualBox. I'm going to bring it over to the other screen. There goes our VirtualBox, which I remember them. And I'm going to prove to you, because you guys don't be believing me when I say that I actually remembered something, right? So I'm going to prove to you that I remember the password. All right. So let me make this bigger. One thing I don't like about VirtualBox, how do I zoom in on this thing? Let me see, adjust window size. What? I don't know. Okay, so I need to do this stupid FS0 thing, FS0:. There we go. And then we're gonna do I gotta get this thing bigger. This is driving me crazy. I don't know why it always starts up so small. Let me see, view. Okay, there we go. That's better. That is better. Let me zoom in here. All right. What was that? Let me see. FS0 and okay, EFI. So let's do EFI, CD EFI, and then we're gonna do LS. We're gonna do CD Kali, ls, and we're gonna do is it just boom? Look at that. I told you I remembered the password. All right, so let me make this even more bigger. And how do I hide this thing over here? All right, there we go. So let me log in. Oh, I didn't log in. All right, I didn't prove anything yet because I haven't logged in yet. I have not logged in yet, right? So let me log in. It is going to be and all right, moment of truth. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? I'm in. I remembered my password for the first time. All right, so let's go to, I don't like how this scales, but we did not install Guac on this, right? But so we have this open. I also wanted to take a look at what are some other terminals, because we inserted the Guac terminal, Quake terminal. All right, stop there. So Prince Marky D is helping me understand how to properly pronounce this terminal, right? It is not Guac. It is Quake, like Quake, but with a G, not cake, but Quake terminal. So, but we did not install the Quake terminal on our VirtualBox because we couldn't log into it last week, right? But we are in now. And I wanted to actually look at some other terminal options that we can use, right? So I got this right here. We're gonna go over to the other screen. And we're gonna go and look at this over here. So the 5 Linux terminal apps that are better than your default, right? And free to install. So there are a few terminal apps. So the first one that they have on the list is Quake, not Guac. Like I honestly thought, you guys are gonna laugh at me, right? I honestly thought it was like Guac, like playing off guacamole, but it is Quake, playing off the game of Quake, where the terminal would come down from the top. I don't even know if I played Quake before. You know what? Let me see. Quake video game. This reminds me of Doom. Actually, I played Doom when I was a kid, and that terrified me. I still have nightmares about Doom to this day, but it reminds me of Doom. All right. So, anyways, so we already seen this one. I saw this. So they have Warp, which uses a terminal and it has built-in AI, which I found pretty cool. They have a paid version and a free version of it. I'll tell you that we're going to install this one on our VMware because that is pretty cool to see what it can do. Like, for example, show what's in the home directory. You know, we talked about that last week. So that's pretty cool. Well, they have Kitty terminal. What's special about Kitty terminal? It's a straightforward terminal app, but it does some tricks up its sleeve. For example, Kitty splits panes, which makes it possible to split your terminal window into multiple panes, either vertically or horizontally. I used to see the sysadmins, the network admins, when I worked at the web hosting company, where they would have like a bunch of they would arrange I think they were using Putty at the time, but they would have like a bunch of different terminal windows open to monitor stuff. There's Terminator as well, which can do horizontal and vertical splits. You can assign custom titles to each terminal window. That's pretty cool. Where you can say, this is monitoring that, this is monitoring that. That's pretty cool. And then there's eTerm. eTerm is a holdover from my Enlightenment days, yada, 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 okay. And what's special about eTerm? Is that intended for Enlightenment desktops or I don't know. That doesn't mean anything to me. But I do want to install the Warp terminal, right? So we are going to do warp.dev, right? And we are actually, I should do this on the virtual machine so that it could be, because right now it's telling me download for Mac. I can't download it here to bring it over there. So we're gonna go back over to this screen, and we're gonna open up Firefox. I haven't used Firefox in ages. Use Firefox. We're gonna do warp.dev. And it's going to ask us if we want to download it for our Linux, right? So we're going to say, yeah, let's download it. And it's going to start to download. We're going to open it up. And the question is, after you download it, how do you install it on Linux? I could do it through the it's funny, I could do it through the command line. I don't know how to do it through the UI. So let's do quick start guide, how to install Warp. So let's go to Linux. And we should meet the requirements. So we download it. And then, so now we're going to use our, all right, let me see if I can. Let's move. It's like we have Windows Inception here, right? So we have this over here. And we have our terminal over here. And we're going to say, so visit the download, get the download. Debian, all right, easiest way to install is to download this package. After download, you can install the package with sudo apt install.deb. All right, so we're gonna go to ls to see. You guys remember the ls command to see where what folder we're in. We're gonna go to cd downloads, right? And we're gonna do ls, and we should have our Debian package, right? Our .deb file, and it says to do sudo gives you root access, apt, and then install, and then we're going to say /, and it's going to be the warp terminal.deb. I press tab so it can autocomplete for me. And we are going to do enter. It should ask for our password. I'm going to put my password again. That I did not check the package manager 98 because I didn't remember about checking the package manager. I just follow instructions. I'm so bad. But I should have checked the package manager because it probably would have been able to install it through there. But you know, I don't know. I like terminal though. I like terminal because what if I didn't have the package manager? What would I do with my life, right? So it says the password. Okay, what is my password? All right. Crap. I forgot the password. I'm just kidding. I did not forget. I did not forget the password. All right. Crap. Maybe I did. Just kidding. I was just messing with you guys on that. Unable to correct. So what? All right. Let's see. What are you saying? What are you saying to me? Note selecting warp terminal AMD64 instead of warp terminal AMD deb. Some packages cannot be installed. This means you have requested impossible situation, or if you're using an unstable distribution, that some required have not been created, or I don't know what that means. Let's see. Alternatively, you can configure the Warp app repository and install Warp by running the following commands. All right, let's check the package manager first. Where is the package manager? Package. Uh-oh. I don't know where the package manager is. That's a problem. See, there goes my Linux desktop limitations. I will be able to do it through terminal, but now you're saying, oh, how about this? I'm like, I don't know about that. Maybe I don't have a package manager. Let me see. Let's see. Let's go to I don't see a package manager. Now my feelings are hurt. All right, we're gonna do it a different way. We're gonna do it the different way, right? We're gonna go with this way of doing it, right? So we're gonna do sudo apt get or apt-get install wget gpg. All right, so that went through. Now we're gonna do I'm gonna copy, so wget, and I'm gonna copy this stuff over here. Whoa, what just happened here? Copy. And I'm gonna paste that in here. Guess the pasting isn't working. All right, we're gonna do that. Enter. Something happened. We do ls. All right, there goes that right there. And then we're going to say, copy that, and we're going to paste that, and we're going to enter, and it did something. Root not found. Oh, okay, that's why. Copy that whole thing over here. And we're going to paste that in there. All right, something happened. And now we're going to take this whole line over here. Copy that. Paste that selection. Something is still happening that I'm not seeing what yet, you know. Maybe I'm getting a little bit impatient, possibly. And then we're going to do rm warp.dev.jung. Okay, we do that. And lastly, we do sudo apt update and sudo apt install. So the and is to be able to pair two commands together. Install warp-terminal. All right, let's see what happens. A moment of truth. It's doing better than it did before. Okay, so after that's done, what comes next, right? Let's see. I think that is it after that. If you installed a package, find warp in your desktop manager and or run warp terminal on your terminal. If you are using the app image, you can launch it by navigating to the directory where the app image is located. Yada yada yada. All right, so let's see. It should almost be done. Initial setup, log into Warp. After installation, you'll be prompted to sign up for a Warp account. You have the option to skip this step if you're having logging issues. You can check the login troubleshooting. All right. Looks like it doesn't work. Some packages could not be installed. This means you have been requested Warp terminal unset. Well, you know what? So much for the Warp terminal. Because let me see. Let me try. So if I do, would have been nice to install a different terminal, but I guess it is not in the books for us today. Let's go to, let me try to see if it's going to start up. If I was to do, where did it say it started up? If I was to do, so we got the install. Nope. Well, so much for that warp terminal. It was fun while it lasted. Apparently, let me see. Running warp on Linux. This is, I don't know. It's not installing for some reason. It is not installing. So, it says, did you go into the control file to do this? What control file? What control file are you talking about, Magnetar? I don't know. Whatever. This is why we do this live, because that was recommended, and we tried it, and it told us nope. It said
do not come.
What can I say? It should have been a lot easier to install than that. I don't even see. Let me see. Where is the? Well, we have a few. We have a minute before we go to break. Linux package manager, Kali Linux. See if I can find that. The package manager using is apt oh, okay. Look at that. You learned something new. Apt or advanced. I don't even see that. Which utilizes app managing. I don't see that. Let me see. Full name advanced package tool. Where do I find that? Package manager for Kali Linux. Look at that. Things are not working. Let me see. Advanced package management. I don't see that tool. Let's see. Apt. What was that? Oh, look at that. There's a bunch of stuff over here. That's pretty cool. We probably should have explored Kali Linux a little bit, I must say. Let me see. Is there, I see advanced network configuration. I don't see an apt in here. Default, nope. That is weird. Let's go for, I'm gonna go to the
Lunch break. Lunch break.
I don't see apt in Kali Linux. If you can't see apt, it likely means there's an issue with your system configuration, as apt is a standard package manager in Kali based on Debian and should be readily available. Double check that you're typing the command correctly. Check for typos. Make sure you're typing apt exactly as it should be. Update the package list. Sudo apt update. Let's try that real quick. Sudo apt update. Okay. Is apt just the, wait a second. But apt is just the regular, I don't know, whatever. Let's go to break. When we get back to break, we're going to start on the information gathering stuff. Let's go to, all right. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing, Nigel. They're just talking about the regular apt get type stuff, right? From what I'm understanding. I don't know. I thought there was like a quote unquote a package manager. Because I've used it before on other Linux before. But anyways, let me check the chat. We're going to get to our first break time topic, and then we will get to actually doing some information gathering stuff. All right. Let me see. So your car says, I know it's lizards, iguanas falling everywhere in Florida. Quite possibly. Although, let me see what the weather is in South Florida. It is 53 degrees. They might be. The iguanas are heavily concentrated in South Florida. So they might be. Depends. It's possible. Nightjade says, I decided to use Parrot OS instead of Kali just to be different this time around. I have that on my list of things to install as well. So I do want to try that out. Manjaro is my user VM. You know what? Let me write that down because I have not heard of Manjaro before. Let me put that. Check out Manjaro VM. Got it. Documented. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, right? Let me see what else we got. It says, Magnetar says, what is my password? I probably should tell everybody so that when I forget it, you guys can remember, right? You know, but it's just a VM anyways, right? Let me see. Magnetar said that he went with VMware. Shout out to VMware. Shout out to Prince Mark UD who told us about being able to use VMware on the Mac. Nightjade said, never heard of it. Are you referring, never heard of Warp? Probably for the better. Or are you, which one are you referring to? For Warp or for Quake terminal? Let's see. It says LAN parties. Let me see. Did you check package manager? I don't know what I did. Nightjade, I have no idea. And Magnetar says, you know, you're supposed to slow down for us F students, right? I mean, in the black and blue duck, not the. Let's see. Says I have you. How do you have Warp Terminal up? I don't know. It's giving me some error. You know what? I don't want to wait. I'm gonna try it another day on the. Although, do I have an issue on VirtualBox? I'll probably just go to VMware, but go straight into the information gathering stuff because this is weird. I feel that VirtualBox should have just been able to install with no issues. So we shall see. Did you go into control file to do this? I don't even know what control file is. What is a control file, Magnetar? Because I'm on Warp term. I don't know. And Nigel says it's where you do the app get command. Gotcha. That's what I realized after looking for it. But don't some Linux box have an actual package manager where you can like install programs from there? Maybe not Kali Linux, but I know some other Linux that I've installed. I've been able to do it. It says app is how you install stuff. Got it. Got that after the fact after reading a bunch about it. Shout out to you, Caffrey. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Let me see. And we have says Stevie Crenshaw in the building. This is an OSINT channel. This is just a tech channel. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. It says you went right by. What did I go right by? Let's see. So I'll look at it again. Magnetar says, what is this channel focused on OSINT? I focus on everything tech. On Thursday nights, I do cybersecurity, learning ethical hacking. On Sundays, I do learning DevOps. We're working our way through Kubernetes. And on the mornings, Monday and Wednesday morning, I work on large language models and I put them all together so that all of them can be used. And Nigel says that you are looking for the GUI. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for the GUI package manager, and I did not see that. Maybe I should search for GUI. I don't know. But no, if I search for package, it should have came up. But it's okay. It is okay. I will just use the subpar terminal, which it is not subpar. I'm just making fun of it. All right. Anyways, let's go to our first break time topic of today. I want to talk about. What I wanted to do, I wanted to look, because somebody was telling me about SOC, it might have been Nightjade who was telling me about the SOC analyst. So I was like, is SOC analyst a good cybersecurity entry level role? Because a lot of people, they're always trying to get into cybersecurity and they're like, but for them getting into cybersecurity is the job and not the industry. So I'm like, all right, let's do a little bit of research on actual roles in cybersecurity. So I forgot, last week we looked at about ethical hacking. I want to look at SOC analysts to get a little bit more familiar with that. I'm going to go to Glassdoor. And I'm going to go to jobs. And I just said, that's how she got into the cyber realm. So that's awesome. So let's do SOC analyst. A little bit of research. I'm going to switch over to the screen now. All right, let's go here, right? So we have the SOC analyst position where on average, they get paid between 103,000 to 178, the median being 135. That is total pay. Base pay is between 74K to 123K. And the additional pay is about 29K to 55K. Additional pay is all your benefits. So your 401K, your medical, stock incentives, all that type of stuff gets wrapped into the additional pay. All right. So if we do 0 to 1 year, then you're looking at a total pay of 78K to 131K, starting at 58K. A lot of people are like, oh my goodness, 58K. I mean, people were complaining when somebody offered 100K to do like content creation production. So I can only imagine what people are going to say about a 58K, which I think that is a great entry level based on depending on where you live and stuff like that, right? But let's do some research on the SOC. Where do they find this again on Glassdoor? I used to be able to find this on Glassdoor. Let me see where I can find this. Let me see. They used to have an easy way to find this. No search. SOC analyst. Let's see. Or we'll do something a little different. Let's do it this way instead. So what does a SOC? I didn't start the time. Let me put 5 minutes up. So what does a SOC analyst do? So a SOC analyst. What does a SOC analyst do? Right? Says a SOC analyst or a security operations center analyst is a cybersecurity professional who monitors and responds to security threats. SOC analysts work in teams to protect an organization's digital assets and network. Responsibilities: monitor security systems. SOC analysts monitor security information and event management systems. So we actually did maybe it was like almost a little over a year ago. We actually installed Grafana, which is the SIEM software, security information and event management software. Tried to get some data in it for one of the applications that I was working on, and it was pretty cool, very fun to do. They respond to threats. SOC analysts investigate threats and respond to security incidents. Develop response strategies. SOC analysts work with other team members to develop strategies to contain exposure and minimize future risks. Let me see. Collaborate with teams. So a lot of monitoring, right? So you're seeing like what's going into the system, what's going out of the system. If developers are being knuckleheads, you are letting them know that they're being knuckleheads, and you tell them to stop, right? You tell them to stop. You cannot continue being a knucklehead, all right? Let me see. And
I'm a knucklehead at times.
It happens, all right? So let me see if I can. All right, so now let's go back now and look at, to do this work right here, what would you get paid? They used to have this thing on Glassdoor where you can see like the direction that they're going, right? So 0 to 1 year, so entry level, right? Median 100K total pay, 58K starting off. Let me see, and let me see what else they have over here. So this Cyber Now Labs is 63K to 102. But that's not what I'm looking for. I want to see what about, all right, so now if we say, what about in the pharmaceutical industry? Oh, it's actually less in the, well, that's what about if we say in the aerospace and defense for all you, what do you call, the security clearance people, right? What about financial services? Nice. It's even more because that is a very tricky service. Healthcare. All right. Oh, 74. Let's see. And this is for 1 year. Let's say you get in for a good about 4 years, right? You're looking at 92 total pay. Financial services, a good 105. Says 90 says you can even find work from home jobs as a SOC analyst. My friend Ferris, he had like 5 of those SOC analyst work from home jobs. He was not doing them at the same time, but allegedly, but he was able to do it. Right. So, pretty cool. I mean, it's a good entryway. It is a good entryway. Maybe we will have Night Jade on the channel one day to talk about her experiences as a SOC analyst and how that is a way to get into the field. Let's see. Let me see. I don't see what I'm looking for over here. I was trying. Let me see. Interview. Let's see interviews. SOC verification engineer. He had a lot, Magnetar. He had a lot. That's why he stopped streaming. Because he was like, I cannot stream and have all these jobs at the same time. Let me see. I can't find what I'm looking for actually. There used to be a thing that showed the different pathways. I'll find it for next week. Because they used to say like, okay, what is your level of, like, what's your pathway in the job? I don't see that on. It used to be on Glassdoor. So after 15 years, 137K to 232K. What about if we search for? SOC analysts? Let's see all SOC analyst results. Let me see. Junior SOC analysts, salaries, interview questions. There we go. I want this one. Although it's more than just an analyst. I don't want just an analyst. But it's really important to be able to
Get a move on. Back to work. Chop, chop. Let's go. Come on. Get a move on. Back to work. Back to work. Back to work.
It's really important to do this type of research because you know what you're getting yourself into. Like I said, a lot of people, they'll say, "Oh, I just want to do cybersecurity," but there's like a million different things inside of cybersecurity, right? So look at this one right here. Before we go back, right? This is a junior SOC analyst in Huntsville, Alabama. 50K to start off, right? So, U.S. citizenship, ability to pass an in-depth background check, screening, yada, yada, yada. We'll look at some more of these different jobs and the requirements on our next break. We're going to actually be investigating some of these positions and stuff like that. All right. But it just says, look up Threat Hunter next. While we're here, let's look up Threat Hunter. Let's see. Threat Hunter. Is that the name of an actual position? Threat Hunter? Let's see. Threat Hunter makes 139K to 255K. Whoa. Let's see with 1 year of experience. Or 0 years of experience. 90K to 160. That's not bad at all. That is not bad. Starting off at 65, you get 25K in bonuses, health care, 401K, tax incentives. But at like 4 to 6 years, 118K. Let's see. That's interesting. U.S. Air Force, cyber. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Kind of no pay. Let me see. Let's see. Now Night Jade has me going off. See, Night Jade is not good for my ADD, right? Night Jade is not because I'm like, oh, let me see what they have over here. Let's see what's going on over here. Let's see. Total salary range for U.S. Air Force Cyber Threat Hunter. Let's see what jobs they have opening. All right. We'll look more into that a little later on. All right. So let's go back to full screen. All right. Let me check the chat, and then we are going to get back to our next segment of work, where we're actually going to be going into some of these tools. Right. I'm not going to be distracted by the lack of Warp terminal not installing. All right. Let's see. Magnetar says, not that he is snitching. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And let's see. Alexa says, ain't mad at him. Hey, I can't be mad at him either. Says, when you work as a SOC analyst, you move up to threat hunter. Oh, look at that. The more that you know.
Ain't believing us.
And I just says, join the Air Force. I just says, sorry, don't be sorry. I'm just messing around. I'm just messing around. I understand you, Nigel. I understand you, okay? All right. Let's do this next. Let's do this. Let's go over to... I'm going to try a little bit more with VirtualBox, but if VirtualBox is acting up, we're going to have to give it the boot. We're going to have to give it the boot if it's going to keep acting up, all right? So let's go ahead and get back to work.
Let's go! Let's go!
So what I want to go over is some different commands that we use for information gathering, which the funny thing is I've been using these commands for 20 years now, I guess, when I started working in 2005 for the web hosting company. And one of the first commands I learned was ping. Apparently ping is used by everyone who uses in tech, right? And what does ping do? So what we're going to do it like this. I am going to, before we actually try the command, we're going to look up what these commands actually do. So what is ping, right? So ping is a network tool that measures how long it takes.
What's this? Oh, it's only money.
Shout out to my guy, Magnetar. Thank you so much, Magnetar.
I appreciate you.
You are amazing. All right. I will read it specifically after we get done with this, but I appreciate you, Magnetar. All right. So it says ping is a network tool that measures how long it takes for a signal to travel between two systems, right? So basically, if we use, let's use Google, for example, right? How long does, from my current location, does it take for me to ping Google and get a response back from Google that it was able to connect to it, right? So that's basically what it does. How does it work? The ping command sends a request to a device over the network. If the request is successful, the device responds with the message. The time it takes for the request to travel and receive a response is measured in milliseconds, right? So if you have a very, very slow internet connection, you'll do a ping. It will take some time for it to come back and let you know, or it might even time out, you know? And if you don't have any internet connection, then it's going to just time out altogether, right? Can I show? I guess on the VM, I could show a timed out network connection. Maybe we'll do that, right? But maybe I'll disable the internet on the VM so that we can see it timing out and go from there, right? So it says, what is it used for? Troubleshooting, definitely. That's what we used to do when I was working for the web hosting company. We'd try to ping if they're to ping their website. Maybe they didn't have some type of connection. Maybe they didn't update their DNS, things of that nature. Maybe they didn't have a domain name that was registered. Who knows, right? Gaming, a low ping rate is important for gamers because it can lead to a faster connection. Online activity, ping can help users identify areas for improvement, such as upgrading equipment or changing settings. Factors that affect ping time, server distance, server distance, router speed, current traffic loads, and how to run the ping test is just the ping command, all right? So we're going to do it now. Let's go over to here. And we're going to say, so we're going to do ping, right? So we're going to do, let me log back in. And we are going to go to clear that. I'm going to close out Firefox. Let's make that bigger. And let me zoom in. Let me see, control. Nope. Working in virtual machines on a Mac is a headache because of the Mac command and all that stuff. So the keyboard always throws me off, right? But let's start with our ping, right? So we're gonna ping espn.com, and we are getting a response. And I think at least in Windows it would do 4 and then stop, but in Linux and in Mac, because Mac works off like Linux terminal, it'll just keep going over and over and over again. So pinging espn.com, it is getting a response from this cloudfront.net server. Let me go ahead. Control work. So we're able to ping espn.com, and the response is coming back from this CloudFront. If CloudFront is an Amazon service for caching, so that it can content delivery, so it can deliver the content faster. So it looks like it's coming from probably Miami based on my location. So it's probably pinging off of Miami CloudFront distribution. All right, so let's clear that and let's go over to, let's ping CNN. And let's go to here. So CNN is pinging. It's coming back from this IP address right here, which you will see how this comes into play, right? It's going through. Cool. So let's stop that. We don't need to ping that incessantly. So let's stop that. And as you can see here, the time to live is 55. The time that it's 15 milliseconds in order to, so each ping, so the first ping, 25 milliseconds, 24, 27, 20, 35, and then 44, and then it starts to get 24, 26, 14. This is really good. This is really, really good speed, all right? Magnetar says, how did you get the, it says, how do you, thank you, Nightjade. Yep, CD and then downloads. That's how you changing the directory. So I was in, doesn't cost anything to do this. So I was here. So inside of the home directory, right, I do CD, and then I would go to the folder that I want to go into. You can also say ls to show you the folders that you have. You can do CD and then tab, and it'll show you all the folders that you have available that you can go into. And then you could go to desktop, you can go to documents, you can go to music, whatever it is that you want, tab, and it's going to complete it for you, right? Perfect, cool. So, so back to the ping command, right? So if I was to, let's do another site. Let's go to ping youtube.com. And so this already starts to give you information gathering stage, right? This already starts to give you information because when from the ESPN, I was able to see that they're using CloudFront, and I'm able to get that URL, right? For youtube.com, they're using this right here, right? Whatever this stands for, but it looks like it's somewhere in Miami, possibly, right? And it's showing you the response. So if somebody wanted to do an attack, I suppose, knowing this information is a start, it helps, okay? So now let me see if I can turn off the network access, right? Network connect adapter. Let's see. So I think I turned it off, right? So if I do clear and I do ping dot, let's do YouTube. See, it says the network connection has been disconnected, right? So if I do youtube.com again, enter, it says YouTube temporary failure in name resolution because we have no internet access. Okay, if I do the same thing for CNN.com, can't do it. It cannot do it. So if I turn it back on and we try that again, it's going to take a second for it to come back on. Hopefully. There we go. So we're back, and now we have our connection to YouTube. So that is the ping command. Very, very standard command. You don't have to be in cybersecurity. You don't have to be an ethical hacker to use it. I use it all the time. Like whenever I have some type of connectivity issue, I do a ping to see where this issue lies. There's another command that they didn't cover in the class, or at least yet, right? But that is the trace route command, where it is going to, the trace route is going to show you the different steps that it takes to get to that destination, right? So we'll try it real quick, right? So trace route, and we would go to, let's say, ESPN.com, all right? And it's showing all the jumps that it's taking to get to this location right here. The less jump it takes, the better it is for you, because that means the faster. Like, imagine having to travel to a website that's in China, for instance, right? That would take a really, really long time. So you'd have slow feedback and stuff like that, like a slow response. We can do the same thing with CNN.com. And that was even, oh, it's not done yet. Let's see. And then the ones that it gets the stars from, it can't, for some reason, it can't not connect to it, but it's not getting data. But at some point, it should finish, because we would be able to get to CNN. I don't know. Sometimes the trace route doesn't always work, right? But anyways, let's move over to our NS lookup. Let's look at NS lookup to see what NS lookup is, what is it used for, and we will go from there, right? So let's go back to over here. We're going to say, what is NS lookup? So NS lookup is a command line tool that allows users to query domain name servers. It's used to obtain information about domain names, the IP address, and the DNS record. What does NS lookup do? It troubleshoots DNS problems, domain name systems, right? So what is a DNS? So if you have a website, it has to be hosted somewhere. It has to be, and that hosting provider is what is going to say on their system, on their network, what where does your website resolve to, right? So what IP address on their system has your website? So now you have to set your DNS to that provider in order for it to be able to, for you to be to access that website. So let's say you have two hosting companies, right? Let's say you're using Bluehost for one company and you're using DreamHost for another company, right? You can have two different websites up, but only one of those websites will show, and the one that's going to show is the one that you have your name servers pointed to for that domain. So if you register your domain name at GoDaddy, for instance, right, then you need to have your DNS pointed at Bluehost or at DreamHost in order for your website to be able to come up. If you don't have it pointed at neither, and you just have it pointed at GoDaddy, it'll show you like a GoDaddy splash page, So that's why the NS lookup is helpful and important. It returns back information about your website, right? So it says it helps you troubleshoot DNS problems, investigate suspicious domains. That is very, very important. That's very important in order to get to whenever you see, if you ever got one of those phishing emails that say, it says like billing.google.abcxyz7234.com.uk.dev.whatever, like literally whatever. It's like, that looks suspicious, right? Well, on that domain name, you can do on the host of a domain name, you can do a Whois or NS lookup on it to see, okay, where is this coming from? This is weird, right? Defend against cache poisoning. I haven't heard of the defend against cache poisoning, right? So how to use NS lookup, right? To get an authoritative answer, type in NS lookup -type SOA and then the domain name .the TLD. To check the domain's MX record, you can do NS lookup type MX. MX is used for mailing. Where does your mail on your domain name gets routed to? Something that is typical in hosting. To use a different DNS server, type NS lookup name server URL, DNS server IP address, right? So we're going to try all that out. But let's get started. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. All right. So we are going to do so NS lookup, and we will do so. Let's just do a basic NS lookup. NS lookup foxnews.com, and it returns to you the so this is our server. This is my computer right here, right? What I'm running on. But it says for Fox News, the non-authoritative answer is this. This is the IP address that resolves to foxnews.com, right? So as we were saying though, on the when we're reading on the Google search, to get an authoritative answer, we'll say NS lookup, and we're going to say dash type equals SOA, and we're going to say foxnews.com. And it does not give us a particular authoritative answer, but it does give us more information where it has the origin, the mail address. It says the serial refresh, and never really heard of these things before. Only thing that we really cared about was this IP address, which I don't see it over here. So let me go back to this. This is the only thing that we really cared about, to make sure that when we were doing web hosting at the web hosting company, it was to make sure that the domain name for the customer matched the IP address that we had on file for it was one of our internal IP addresses. All right. Let's see. Let's check the MX record real quick. So all this that we're doing, we are actually, am I blocking? No, I'm not. All right. We're actually doing information gathering, right? So let me do this. I'm going to, let's do something like this. Let me go to, or let's do this. Instead of doing that, I'm going to say, where can I take notes on this text editor, right? So I'm going to say info gathering, right? So let's do this. Ping foxnews.com. And you see how this IP address right here matches that IP address? So I'm going to stop that. And do I need this information? I don't know yet, but I have this information. Oops. Copy. Control Shift C. So I'm going to paste this. How do I paste? Good. Paste selection. Or paste clipboard. Oh my God. All right, let's do here. I want to paste. All right, there we go. So I got my ping info, right? And now let's do clear. I'm going to do NS lookup Fox News, which is going to give us almost the same thing. But I want to copy that as well. Shift Control C. And I'm going to paste, right? So now I have my NS lookup, right? And then I want to do okay. So now let's try to do this NS lookup dash type equals MX and then foxnews.com. And there goes their MX record. So this is where their email is being routed to, right? So let's copy that. That's my information. Let's copy that. And we paste that in here. So now we have their IP address that they're using. We have, when we make, at least from our location, when we try to ping them, it's using Akamai Technologies, which is another, I believe Akamai is another content delivery system where they use cache. You can get your content faster. All right, and then what was that other clear? Let me check that last one that we did. NS lookup And then type equals SOA. And we'll do continue with Fox News. And I'll copy this information as well into here, right? Paste. So now we have a bunch of information that we've gathered. We have we have this origin. I guess maybe that's a name server. We have their mail address. We have their MX records, or how their mail is being routed through. How often they refresh, the retry, all that good stuff, right? So there we go. Let's see. So, and then there's one more thing we can do, right? If we wanted to test it against another name server, so we'd do ns lookup, and we would say name server URL. So I believe it is, is it ns1? I think it's going to be
Lunch break.
So let's finish this off real quick, and then we will go to break. But I believe it is ns. No, what is it? Let's just do a search real quick. Let me see. Dream host name servers. They're either DNS1 or NS1. I never remember. NS1. All right. So we're going to do ns1.dreamhost.com. And then we're going to do DNS server IP address. To use a different DNS server, type in name server URL, DNS, foxnews.com. Is that going to work? Let me see. Maybe not. Nope. How do you do that? How do you do that again? It was like, it's not that. It is, let me see. You have it backwards. Maybe I have backwards. Oops. If I do, so ns lookup. Let me see if I can do it like that. And if I was to take this might not work. I've done it a long time ago, so I don't remember exactly how it goes. But you can query, you can do an ns lookup against a I don't know. Anyways, whatever. That one's not too important. That one would come in that one came in handy to see about the propagation of when you change your name servers, if all the places are getting it. But I'll find it. We'll go from there, right? So let's go to full screen. Let me check the chat. First and foremost, I have to acknowledge my guy, Magnetar, the king snitcher himself. He says, who's we hacking? We are not hacking anybody, Magnetar. We are learning. Ethical, always with a capital E, always ethical, but we're learning though. And you see, like, all the information that we got already just from the first two commands, the ping and the NS lookup, right? I have to figure out that NS lookup against another name server to just make sure how that works. But that one is a very important one too, though. All right. But I appreciate you, Magnetar, for the $5 super chat. You are amazing.
I appreciate you.
And Magnetar, you add a lot of value as well. You give me a lot of insight on these federal roles and things like that. So I really appreciate that. I find that very, very helpful. And thank you to Night Jade for helping Magnetar get into the downloads folder. Yes, CD/downloads, and you are good to go. And that's how you navigate through different folders. We did a video for everyone out there. We did a video, or our live stream last week was going through the different terminal commands. I also clipped that up so that you can see how to navigate the terminal, how to go into folders, how to make folders, how to move folders, how to copy files, all that stuff, how to delete files, all that good stuff. So That is available to you via watching the whole live stream from last Thursday or watching the clips, right? Thank you so much, Nightjade, for your help. It says you can also use ping. You can also use ping in your internal network to see how long it takes for things to travel to certain. That is awesome. It says ping works. Okay, so you got that taken care of. Ping works. Don't see the downloads, but awesome. And got it. All right. Let's see. It says if you look for attack points, the mail address is their mail server. And we have my friend Roxy on the Scrubs. Rock the Scrubs, Roxy. What's up, Roxy? Says, good evening, TCR and chat. Love the idea for inviting Nightjade on for a live. What? Only if Nightjade is willing to come on and hang out with us and have a conversation. I am more than happy to bring Nightjade on whenever she wants to. All right. And Alexander says, good stuff. I am behind and will need to install this on my Mac. I clipped up the different the live stream where I have it installing it on a on VirtualBox. I have it installing on VMware, and yesterday I premiered a video installing it on UTM. So whichever one is, pick your poison. You can get it installed. I just released installing the Quake terminal. Not guac like guacamole, but Quake like quake, like an earthquake. So shout out to Prince Marky D, right? But we got that working. So there's clips that are available. They're about 10 to 20 minutes that you can get caught up. But would love to have you on this journey with us, because as you can see, I am learning myself, right? Especially the things I know how to navigate Linux commands for what I need, but a lot of this stuff is new to me, so you get to learn with me. It is real, it is authentic, all of that good stuff, right? Let me see. All right, cool. So let's get to our second topic of the night for our break. Let's go to, we're going to search for some SOC jobs, right? So let me go ahead and pull that up. And then I normally use LinkedIn. What job places do you, I never look at the federal government, like USA jobs. Maybe I will, but I don't look for jobs in the federal government. So that's why that's never on my mind to look up first. But I'm going to pull up a SOC analyst role. I don't know why I have Philadelphia in my search, but we can leave it as Philadelphia. And we're going to go to, let me start up our timer. And let's go to this screen right here, right? So the first one that comes up is a remote role, which is promoted for command link remote SOC analyst, 56K to 104K, kind of in line with what we were seeing on the search, right? Magna said, you know what? I'm going to also pull up usajobs.com or usajobs.gov, which usajobs.com redirects to usajobs.gov. But before Magnetar, I'm going to actually type in .gov, because last time I said .com, he got on me. He was like, no, it is .gov. I am a government employee. Hear me roar. Please say the .gov, all right? So we're going to do SOC analyst. I'm going to do both, right? Wait, what? Remote. Hey. Hey, Magnet. I am so mean to Mag. I love Mag, but I'm so mean to him. Mag, I'm gonna, because being that I am a web developer at heart, I'm gonna do something for you, Magnetar. I'm gonna just remove this right here, right? I'm just gonna remove this for you right here, real quick. Just give me a sec. Give me a second. Give me a second while I do this, right? I'm just gonna help my guy Magnetar out real quick, and I'm just gonna remove this right here where it says remote, and we're going to say. Let's just do this right. Let's just go right there. Boom. All right. All right. I fix it. I fix it for you, Magneto. That was not nice. That was not nice. But for real, let's go with the remote, right? Remote jobs. Only show remote jobs. Oh, crap. They say, you know, we can't do that. I don't see SOC analyst, though. Why not? SOC. What do they have it at? Let's see. What does SOC analyst stand for again? It stood for SOC analyst. It stands for security operations. Let's do security operations. Security systems. I don't see the. Magnar, find it for me and drop it in the chat. Find me a SOC analyst role and for the government and drop it in the chat. I'm going to use LinkedIn for now, though. So we have this. Command link. Let's see. What is the role? So 100% fully remote. They have over 100 applicants. It says, so what do they do, right? Conduct comprehensive analysis to identify the category and categorize threats, encompassing phishing attacks, user events, data compliance issues, and malware outbreaks. Let me see. Did I not? Oh, you know what? Stop the show. I saw Mitch come in, but I didn't see his chat. Hold on. I did see Mitch come in. It was way up there. Where is it? Where is Mitch? There. Oh my God. Oh my God. I feel terrible. You know what, Mitch? I am so sorry. I missed your chat. What's up to my best friend, Mitch, who I did not treat as a best friend, and I apologize, Mitch, but what's up to my best friend, Mitch?
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're staying warm up there. All right. Just had to get out of the way. I had to get out of the way, right? Because I cannot be missing my best friend, Mitch, right? So let's go Security Operations Center, all right? All right, let's take a look at this one, right? Let's see. All right, so what will you need? Possess a minimum of 5 years of hands-on experience in a cybersecurity focused role. I think that is the first one that the first line is what normally hurts people. Like, it's like, oh, I don't have 5 years of experience. How do I get hands-on experience? Well, there's some strategies, right? It says, let me see, such as a SOC analyst, a penetration tester, or information security analyst. Demonstrate at least 2 years of proven experience in a threat analysis, showcasing a deep understanding of threat landscapes. Minimum of 1 year of practical experience working with endpoints and endpoint detection and response, EDR solutions. Let's see. Possess strong grasp of common cybersecurity threat and terminology. What about, let me see. Do they have anything about, I don't see anything about certifications though. However, if you're able to learn all this, you'll probably get certifications along the way. Let's filter down to...
Move on, back to work, chop chop, let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work, back to work, back to work.
Let's filter down to entry level and internship. Well, there's no internship, so let's go to entry level. Dang, you don't even have entry level remote. Security analyst, weekend, overnight. And here is how Ferris was able to get these jobs, because he would be looking for the overnight roles. Where's Chris parked? Because weekend and overnight, like Chris was saying like 2 weeks ago, right? Let's take a look at this one, right? Let's see. You will overnight security analyst to join our frontline cybersecurity defense team. As a cybersecurity analyst, you will be responsible for identifying, catching, and preventing email fraud by efficiently handling a high volume of requests and applying policies. Perform operation tasks such as handling I read that. Must have ability to work overnight 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. on weekends, Saturday and Sunday on 3 weekdays, and the weekend totaling 40 hours per week. That right there is a great opportunity to start building your skills and keep still do other stuff, right? Typically requires less than 1 year of related experience. Typically requires a bachelor's degree or working towards bachelor's degree, proficiency with G Suite, the Google applications, and familiarity with Zoom. The pay is $20.19, but if you are trying to get experience, I think that is an amazing opportunity because you have no experience. You're trying to build experience, right? And I like, working, like having that bachelor's or working towards that bachelor's degree, that is a good way to get your foot in the door, working the weekends, right? Instead of going out partying at the club, get some experience for a security analyst role. Let me see. Let's take a look at one more. Let's see. Cybersecurity analyst. This is a level 2, so that's not really a entry level, I guess. Let me see. Qualifications: a bachelor's degree in cybersecurity information. 1 to 3 years experience. They will take a chance. They'll take a chance if they're only are asking 1 to 3 years of experience. Strong understanding of regulatory stuff. Basic knowledge of network security, vulnerability management, and common cybersecurity tools. Strong. All right. Yeah. Certifications: CompTIA, Security Plus, CISA, CISSP, or any relevant cybersecurity compliance certification preferred. So it's not even required, it's preferred. That gives you a leg up. Required? Nah. But if you have it, even better for you, right? Experience in conducting compliance audits and managing incident response, process preferred. So these are some opportunities. The pay is probably not the highest, but if you're looking for the build experience, that is an excellent, excellent opportunity, right? So let's go back to full screen. Let me get this off the screen. Let me check the chat, and then we'll get back to our last working segment for tonight. Let me see. Roxy says .gov. Roxy is also a federal employee, so I know my feds. They feel some type of way about the .gov. So please say the .gov. All right. Magnetar says, I'm gonna steal your bike next time you say .gov. You guys are too funny. Thank you, Najee, for the assist. Security Operations Center. If you guys find a role for the U.S. government that's hiring for that, I'll pull it up. And it says, I have been drinking carrot juice, and any suggestions on what I can add to make that more appealing? Oh, that's very interesting. That is a great question for Alexis. Yeah, you know what? I'll put you two in touch. I will put you two in touch. See, Alexis, that's why you got to start up your channel and start sharing your recipes, because people need the recipes. It says you can get the CEH and be a shoo-in. Look at that. It says that's what I did. I worked the overnight rows and studied. Oh my. You guys have the blueprint right here. Right? Let me see. Let's see. Cheesy Beats says remote is overrated. Shout out to Cheesy Beats out there. There you go. And it says hybrid is the best. Can't argue with that. I've done in office. I've done hybrid. Have I done hybrid? I guess indirectly, if you have the ability to work from home, that you do hybrid. Because I'd be like, well, I'm not coming to you. They wanted us in the office. I'm like, I'm not coming in today. And that was back in like 2016, 2019. We had laptops. Why would you give me a laptop? Why would you give me a laptop if you don't want me to work from home? That's my question, right? So I'd drive to the office. I'd leave early sometimes to go work the rest of the day from home to avoid traffic. I love remote. I love hybrid. If I lived 5 minutes walking distance from the office, I would love the office as well. Especially when they give you these gourmet meals every single day. I'm like, oof, right? Nigel says, I love working remote. Only I am an introvert. Really, Nigel, I'm an introvert too, so I can't argue with that. I cannot argue with that. Wait, what is the... Oh, look at that. Alexa says, add ginger and it is a party. Oh, look at that. I have to go back and see what that was about. Let me see. Magnetar sent me a job. All right. I'll put that job up on as we wrap it up. Let me start that. And says, Magnetar is also an introvert, socially awkward. I don't think you're awkward, Magnetar. I do not think you're awkward. Let's see. Says I'm just a nerd, so I never think of it. Nightjade is cool. Nightjade, you are cool. All right. And lastly, since I understand, I try to encourage some to get into nursing, but that's not for everyone. Tech is a good choice. That's what I meant. Nursing and the medical industry was definitely not for me. Not for me at all. But if whatever you can do, I say you do it. All right. All right. Let's do our last segment, and then we will look at the link that Magnetar sent, and we will wrap up the show that way. All right. So let's do one more 20-minute segment.
It's time to do.
Mitch is so funny. Where's my heart? Oh my God, Mitch, you're too funny. All right. Let me log back in to here. And we're going to do, thought I forgot it again. All right, let me do something real quick. Let's see how to do NS lookup against a particular name server. So NS lookup host name server. Isn't that what I did? So it would say NS lookup host name and the name. I thought I did. Did I not do that? Let me see. Oh, I didn't do it. I did it the other way. All right, so let's do Fox News, and then we'll do we'll do ns1.dreamhost.com. Ah, wait, no, it still said it refused. Let me try a different one. Let's do ESPN.com. Let's do tech coaching with Ralph.com. There we go. We got something. So maybe they just don't have, I don't know. I don't know, but whatever. It's not that serious. It's not that serious, but all right, let's go to what's next. So who is lookup? Let's do, all right. So what is Whois lookup, right? Let's go and look at what is a Whois lookup. So let's do, all right. Alexis, you are hilarious. How did you know he was talking about you, Alexis? How do you know he wasn't talking about me? How do you know Mitch wasn't talking about me, right? All right, let's go. Whois is a public database that contains information about domain names, including who owns them and how to contact them. It is a vital tool for keeping the internet secure and transparent. It says, so what does a Whois lookup contain? So basically it tells you, you get a domain name, you search for that, you say who owns that domain name, what is their contact information, all that good stuff, right? It says, so what does the Whois information contain? Who is the domain owner, the name, the address, the email, the phone number of the domain owner, the registration and expiration date, the date when the domain was registered and when it expires, the name servers, the name server associated with the domain, registrar details, the registrar that registered the domain name. Who can I perform a Whois lookup on? The Whois command is in terminal on a Linux or on a Unix or Linux operating system. Whois is also a web page that you can use. Why is Whois important? It helps prevent online fraud by identifying phishing attacks. Good. Helps law enforcement agencies investigate websites that promote illegal or abusive content. Helps trademark agencies investigate domain names that illegally use company names or products. Helps users troubleshoot technical issues with their domain or website. So this is the one that we used it for the most when I was in web hosting, the troubleshoot technical issues or domains, right? So what we're going to do, we are going to say, Alex, don't pay me no mind. All right, we are gonna go to Whois. Let's continue with Fox News, right? Let's go foxnews.com. And it's going to provide us all of these details. So let's scroll up a little bit. It's telling us that, believe it or not, it looks like they registered with GoDaddy. They registered with GoDaddy. And it was first registered in 1995, updated on 9/20/2022. Let's see, when does it, so let me copy this, right? And we're gonna just take all of this information right here. Let's go to, I think we start needing from, so let's take it from here, right? I'm gonna copy that. So on our information gathering phase, we're gonna take all of this. I only need up to like here. Copy selection, and we're gonna go into our notepad. Paste. So we have let's see, it was registered on June 21st, 1995. Registration expires, so they registered it for, maybe they did 10 years, I don't know. Because I think the limit is like 10 years registration, but they registered, it expires on 6/20/2031, registered by GoDaddy. Let's see, organization, Fox News Network. The registrant is domain administrator. This is the address, the city, email. So it gives you all this information. A contact number. The tech email is foxdomains@fox.com. Their name servers point to NS01, so DNS.fox, all of these. And then they have backup name servers. So the backup name servers are for if all of these were to fail and not be able to route, then it would take on these name servers. So and they have their own name server setup. So Fox is a major organization, so they have their own thing happening over there, right? Let's see. Max, right. What I'll do, I will recap at the end the major themes of these commands. But we already did 3 commands. We did the ping, we did the NS lookup, and we did the Whois, right? And that's where we're gonna leave it at that. All right. So, or maybe we might do one more. But so there goes all the information for that, right? What other domains can we think of? So let's do this. Let's do a clear. We're gonna do NS lookup. We're gonna do USA jobs dot gov, and not because you said it, Mengstar, only because Roxy said .gov, okay? Only because Roxy said .gov, not because you threatened me. I have a federal worker threatening me live on air. What's going on? All right, we're not doing NS lookup. We are doing Whois. Well, let's do NS lookup first, right? NS lookup says that it comes back to 104.71.254.173. We do Whois usajobs.gov. It has its name servers at acom.net. So that's who is responsible for like the hosting or the routing for usajobs.gov. And everything is redacted for privacy. There you go. So you have no idea who to contact. You just say, and registrant get.gov. So the federal government has their own way of registering. I'm curious, like, what is get.gov? Now I'm curious. Get.gov. It should be easy to identify governments on the internet. .gov is a top-level domain for governments in the United States. Manage your domain. Get it. Oh, can I get one? Why not? Why not find out? Right. So before you request your .gov domain, follow these steps to complete your request as quickly as possible. Benefits of .gov domains. Learn the benefits of .gov. Requirements for operating .gov. Choosing your .gov domain. Move. Can I get Ralph.gov? TCR. TCR.gov? You must be a government employee or working on behalf of the government organization to request a .gov domain. You must have a login.gov account. Login.gov provides a simple and secure process for signing in to many government services with one account. Before you request your first .gov domain, you must verify your identity with login.gov. This is a necessary layer of security that requires you to prove you are you and not someone pretending to be you. Aw, that sucks. I wanted a .gov domain. I can't get techodrive.gov. I got .dev. I can't get Man, you guys. Where are my tax dollars going? I can't get me my own .gov domain. Tell me about it. Anyways, whatever, Roxy and Magnetar, you and your .gov domains, and I can't get one. I'm techodrive. Like, come on, give me my .gov domain. All right. So it tells us where it's being hosted, but we don't have any other information about that, which is fair. It is fair. Okay. So let me see. Let's do a Whois on ESPN.com. Let's see. We have their name servers are AWS and that makes sense because when we did our ping command, so just our information gathering, right? Information gathering. So I'm gonna add. So we have our Fox News in my documentation. Let me move this over a little bit. So I have Fox News, right? And I'm gonna add one for ESPN as well. This is my information gathering, right? ESPN. And I'm going to copy their Whois because you're gonna see like some of the relevant information here, okay? Let me copy that. And we say copy. And my guy, Rod Brown. What's up, Rod Brown? How you doing? Coming in with a fire. All right, so we have, so what I noticed from this ESPN already, right? We have this aws.dns, right? If we clear this out and we do a ping ESPN.com, that cloud, remember when I was saying CloudFront is an AWS service? So now we know that ESPN is being hosted. Oh my God, I keep doing this. ESPN is being hosted by, get rid of that. ESPN is being hosted by AWS. And because I work on AWS all day long, I know that CloudFront, right? Amazon CloudFront, a content delivery network, CDN, that speeds up delivery of web pages, content to users. So like I said, so now I know that ESPN is being hosted by AWS. All right, so and if we do ns lookup ESPN.com, and we have all of this information coming from ESPN. Paste. All right. Let me see. So that is, so the Whois gives us, we didn't look at the Whois yet for ESPN, right? So we saw that it's being hosted by AWS. Let me see. We have the registered name, ESPN Incorporated, organization, ESPN Incorporated, the address for ESPN, the city, Bristol, we know that, Connecticut, the zip code, phone number, domain registration at ESPN is the contact email, admin name is ESPN Incorporated, organization, ESPN, yada, their address, yada, yada, all that good stuff, right? Phone number and stuff like that. So not only not only are you able to use this type of information for technical analysis, like, oh, can we get in through this IP address? Can we do some type of how can we get in? You can also use this information for social engineering as well. Right? So it's not only for how can you do something via I'm trying to access through SSH on this port and stuff like that. It's actually you can also use it let me see what if I start calling these numbers? Is somebody going to answer? And I can say, oh, I'm this person or that person, and all of that, I believe, should also play a factor in ethical hacking as well, but we'll touch on that more when it comes to different ways to act and stuff like that. So really, really cool stuff. Let's see what else. All right. So, what else do we have? We had, let's use the website for Whois as well. So I will go to Firefox, and what about we go to Whois lookup, right? There's a few sites that do it. So let's do whois.com, and let's search for apple.com. And you do apple.com, you get the name servers. They have their own name servers. The registrar is nom something. Let's see. And if you believe a domain is being abusive, then it gives you the email address that you would send it to, the phone number that you would call if a domain is being abusive on that registrar, so they can actually shut it down. Registrant contact information is apple.inc or Apple Inc. and it is Apple Incorporated. It's the state California, country United States. There goes their email address that they registered. Actually, I think let me do. There goes their information, right? Redacted for privacy. Let's see. Let me see if I do Whois Apple, if it comes out the same way. It says the abuse email. Oh yeah, it does. So there it goes right there. There you go. Interesting. Okay, cool. I wonder if I can get one. Can I get one of these? Let me go to this website real quick. I want my own. Can I get one? How much is it going to cost me? How much will it cost me? So it's part of this Comlati. Corporate domain name. Okay. I want my anonymized email address. So I can't get a .gov. I can't get an anonymized .email. This sucks. Anyways, nobody wants to be friends with me. It's cool. It's cool. I do my own thing. All right, let's go to. I'm sorry. Got a minute. All right, minute and a half left. Not much else we can do. Let's go and look at. Let me do another one. Let's do. Whois. Let's do Back Market. Back Market is they sell like refurbished devices and stuff like that. Back Market is hosted by their name servers Megan and Peyton at .ns.cloudflare.com. Okay, cool. Another way that people use the Whois for, they try to see domain names that are going to expire and they try to register those domains. It's kind of like domain theft, where somebody didn't. I mean, not really theft if you're not on your P's and Q's, but the domain name expires for like some major company, and then they go in, they register that domain name and they hold it hostage and try to sell it back, right? Let's see. So what did I search for again? It was back market, all right? So they had their creation date was in 2002. Really? That's interesting. It expires 2033, updated on April 29th, 2024, last year. Were they really around since that? I don't know. They registered with GoDaddy. Let's see. I remember back in the
Lunch
days,
break. Lunch break.
domain names used to be like $8 to register. Now they're like $20 for a .com. That is crazy. At least with GoDaddy is that much. Let me see. Client transfer prohibited. Let's see. Registrant name, registration private, domains by proxy. Interesting. That's GoDaddy information right there. Interesting. Cool. Well, that is our 3 commands for today. We did ping, right? So let's just run through them real quick, right? Just so in case anybody is missed out, we have the ping command. So we'll do ping cnn.com. That is going to tell you how much time it took for your request, your ping, to go from your current location to where the server that's hosting the website that's getting the response and back to you, right? In milliseconds. So cnn.com, 19, 20, 20, 19 milliseconds, right? Let's stop that, Control C. We did the NS lookup, cnn.com, where it tells us what is the IP address that is being routed to, like where that CNN has. They have a bunch over here, including so different IP addresses, but they're serving up the same content, right? So we did NS lookup, and lastly we did Whois, cnn.com, and that tells us the registration information for CNN. Everything is redacted for privacy, as we can see. They also registered through Comlati, and they have their anonymized email address as well. All that good stuff, right? So that's in 30 seconds, all the stuff that we did today. But definitely, I'm gonna clip it up, of course, and that way you'll have a section for you have a clip for the ping, you have a clip for the NS lookup, and you'll have a clip for the Whois, and whatever so your heart desires. All right, so let's go back to full screen as we wrap it up. I'm gonna touch on the last thing I want to talk about, and then we will go to the chat and then we'll end the show. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is, what is your game plan? We are heading into the last week of January, right? A lot of people, they had plans, cybersecurity, QA, software engineering, whatever, right? And my question is it just an idea, a plan that you have? Is it a dream? Did you actually write out how you're going to do it? And are you executing on your goals? Or are you spending a lot of times are you actually spending on time on what's really important to you? Because for me, I spend my time is dedicated to the things that are important to me, right? Talking to certain people that are important to me, working on different tech stuff that's important to me, working, that's important to me, going to train jujitsu, that's important to me. My question is, are you focusing on what's important to you? And it might be not what your plans are. So I just want to say, do you have a game plan to accomplish the thing that you say that you want to accomplish? The choice is yours, right? The choice is yours. All right, let me actually, no, one more thing we're going to do. I'm going to check the link that Magnetar had sent about the job role at usajobs.gov. Let me go visit link. All right, let's go and take a look at that real quick. Let's go over to here. And this is IT specialist security. Okay, that works. It says as IT specialist serves as a designated agency record officer assigned to the Chief Information Office with responsibility of executing key record management program duties. All right. Let's see. What are the qualifications? All right. So, let me see. 1 year specialized experience equivalent to this, grade GS11. Let me see. Provide oversight and implementation of record management policy. I don't see, this isn't a SOC analyst though. This is IT. This is security and IT, but it's not it's probably like securing digital records, but that's not really a security operations center role analyst, you know. It might have some crossover, but it's not necessarily that from what I can see, but it's still a good job. It's still a good job to get into, you know, if you can get it. I think that'd be awesome. Substitution for education may not be used in lieu of specialized experience for this grade level. That's one thing about the federal government. They are serious about their educational requirements. Cool. All right, let me check the chat and then we are going to get out of here for tonight. We did a lot of good work, you know, and you know how they say hard work is good work. All right, let's go to full screen. Let me check the chat on our way out. Let me see what we got.
It's real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
And let me see. Roxy says, I encourage the younger women to get into nursing, but it is not for everyone. Tech is a great field. Okay, yeah, I heard that. And Mitch had said, where my heart at? Right here, Mitch. I'm right here, Mitch. What are you talking about? I'm on the stream. It says, only if you are really into tech because it's moved fast. That's a fact. That is a fact. Tech is not for the lazy. Because technology today, in 6 months, it is outdated. Do you see how fast the rise of AI happened? That was crazy. As well, like the different technologies, like on AWS is always getting new technologies. There's Google Cloud. Like there's so many different providers out there as well. Like I 100% agree. Honestly, I think that this whole bootcamp boom it was one big scam because a lot of people who, number one, shouldn't be in tech, who don't care for tech, who don't really want to work, right? They just want something easy and they try to jump into this and they're like, wow, this is a lot of work and this is not for me. I think that you can make anything exciting if you have the right mindset. So 100% agree with you, Night Jade. Magnetar says, I concur about this. She did not say that, Magnetar. She did, take it back. Take it back, Magnetar. She did not say that this stream was moving too fast. She said tech moves fast. All right. And we got my guy Prince Marky D in the building. Says, can you dig it? You know what? I have to get that soundbite. I have to get that soundbite of the soundbite of Can You Dig It by the one, the only Booker T from, I'm gonna say WCW because I knew Booker T from WCW, not from the WWE, right? I'm just saying. Mitch and Alexis are hilarious. Let's see. And I did not assume. I was just saying hi because I have manners. I just thought you assumed. I thought you assumed, all right? It says, I'll watch it again so I can pause the video as needed. Go for it, Magnetar. But I think you got it though. I think you got it. The Whois works. That's awesome. And it says gov, G-O-V. Only because Roxy said the .gov, not because of you, Magnetar. And Magnetar, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me because I cannot get my .gov. And Roxy says Elon.gov. That is hilarious. That's a good one. And we got my guy, Rod Brown. The nourishing word in the building. Says, how was going into the office today? Wow. All right, you wait, Rod Brown, that was not very nourishing. God is still working on you though, all right? That's so bad. Maxar says, correction, the home office, and it was great. Make working from home great again. And it says, how was Bible study? Oh, that's right. You missed it due to your job at Hate Incorporated. God is not done with them yet, Maxar. God is not done with them yet. And it says, y'all need to just fight. 2025, I'm calm. Rod Brown, you bring the worst out of me. Wow. Imagine when Rod Brown starts going live. Oh my God. It's going to, I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait for Rod Brown to start going live. It is going to be the most disruptive, but helpful, nourishing word that we have ever seen. We need, Rod Brown, we need the lives. We need the lives, Rod Brown.
Bruh.
That is going to be a Bible study to die for and to pray for. Oh my goodness. You guys are hilarious. We actually had Bible study in the office, face to face. Too funny. My goodness, you guys are too funny. Like I said for Rev 2, God is not done with them yet, all right? Anyways, you guys are too funny. Let me see. Let's wrap it up. Right, says, Magnus says, leave me alone. I'm trying to learn how to hack ethically, always ethically. And let me check out this other link that Magnetar sent me. Let me see. IT specialist system analysis. Let me check that out real quick. I might save that for next week though, but I'm gonna save that for next week. I'm gonna add that to my notes so that we can take a look at that next week because we gotta go. Time is running. Time is money. Let me put that right here. All right, boom. There you go. Anything else? Oh, that one might work though. And Mitch says, sucker. Says, I'm not going live ever. So we see you live in a couple of weeks. I got it. All right. Remember, Rod Brown, you also said you were not going to show your face, and now you cannot stop. I'm just saying. And it says he's definitely gonna catch smoke. Oh, I can't. I'm waiting for it. I can't wait. I can't. You know what, Rod Brown? If I do it, you gotta do it. All right. And Roxy says she wants to see the live stream as well. She wants to join the Bible study where the Bible study is going to be praying for the Bible study. Let's get it. All right. Anyways, that's it for tonight. That is it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. Did you guys learn? Did you find it helpful? Did I add value into your life? That's all I want to do. All I want to do is add value and entertainment. Let's have fun while we are learning ethical hacking. Always ethical. So my question is,
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you were here?
I had a great time. I had lots and lots of fun with you guys. Hopefully you did as well. Yesterday's price is not today's price, and today's price is certainly not tomorrow's price because
one more thing. Price of the brick going up.
The price of the brick is always going up. And with that, let me look. You gotta do it, right, bro? You gotta do it. And Mitch says he thinks he's slick. I can't say nothing negative about his channel. That's a fact. That's a fact. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. I truly appreciate you guys. See you guys tomorrow for the bug bite in the chat at Premiere at noon. and see you guys on Saturday morning as we go live for our Men Lie, Women Lie, Numbers Manipulate show. All right? Tech Trough, we are out.
They said I wouldn't make it, they laughed at my dream. Every move I made felt like swimming upstream. But yesterday I met a fan, eyes full of belief. In their gaze I saw the end to my grief.
Doubt didn't win, trust began. Looked in the mirror, saw my biggest fan. Heart beats like a drum, fight through the span. Kept on pushing, now I'm the man.
Folks called it trash, said I'd never thrive. Every word I spat, cut deep like a knife. Thought my wings were clipped, stuck in a dive. But mirrors don't lie, I saw myself alive. I put in all the hours, climbed out from the dirt. They dissed and dismissed, said I'd always get hurt. Met a fan so loyal, reflections don't lie. My biggest supporter is just me in my mind.
Through the noise and shadows I held my ground. Bumps, bruises, broken, no comfort found. But that fan smile turned my world around. Now I'm rising sky high above the sound.
Doubt didn't win and trust I began. When I looked in the mirror, saw my biggest fan. Heart beats like a drum, fight through the span. Kept on pushing, now I'm the man.
From the ashes I flew, they can't dim my flame. Every mocking voice only fed my aim. Yesterday showed me it's not just a game. Cause in my reflection I found my name.
Folks called it trash, said I'd never thrive. Every word I spat, cut deep like a knife. Thought my wings were clipped, stuck in a dive. But mirrors don't lie, I'm the man.
From the ashes I flew, they can't dim my flame. Every mocking voice only fed my aim. Yesterday showed me it's not just a game. Cause in my reflection I found my name.
Folks called it trash, said I'd never thrive. Every word I spat, cut deep like a knife. Thought my wings were clipped, stuck in a dive. But mirrors don't lie, I'm the man.
Goodbye, crabs in the barrel, no more dragging me low. Turn my back on the sorrow, watch how strong I'll grow. I'm waving from the shoreline as I head for the sun. Life is calling me forward, now the journey's begun. Thanks so much, but it's time to say goodbye. Bye, bye, goodbye, bye, bye. I've gotta go and live my life. Tangled in their web of lies, chasing shadows in disguise. Thought they had my back for sure, realized they're wanting more. Walking away from shadows past me I've outgrown. They clung to my dreams while they polished their own stone. Thought they had my back, but they were pulling me down. Goodbye to the crabs, I'm leaving this tired town. Pulling me down deep below. In a barrel anger grows, crabs in corners seeking light, only find the darkest night. They laughed while I stumbled, fed doubts to my mind. Mirror reflected faces of a different kind. Chains made of whispers fly free. Now I'm breaking loose, leaving shells in the sea. Goodbye crabs, I'm walking free, 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 free. Done with all your misery. I'm so done, watching dreams fade one by one, fading one by one. I won't stop till I'm gone, climbing out of pits of doubt, turn my back, no looking out. Past the sorrow, past the pain, leave your echoes in the rain. Every step I take now feels light on my feet. No more anchors pulling me down to deceit. Echoes of freedom in the beat of my heart. From the weight of the past I am ready to part. Thanks so much, but it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, bye, bye. Goodbye, bye, bye, bye. I've gotta go and live my life. Live. The path ahead is lonely, but my spirit's alive. No more shadows around me, no more tales to contrive. Rising above from the deep darkest blue. Farewell to the crabs, I've got new skies to view.